private jet. Literally, we're watching this private jet land with her sitting in a seat looking out the window. Like, this is hysterical, right? As soon as her owners left, that dog was in a harness, big, giant, powerful dog. That dog dragged me all over the parking lot to get back to her owners. We put her in the van, and I drove her home. When I got her out, we started filming immediately. You can go back through YouTube and see all the videos. Immediately started filming. How long did it take her to start walking nicely on a loose leash next to me with a harness on? Not even a flat collar, not a brown collar. In minutes. Why? Why was that dog able to start walking with me? You know why? I stood at the end of my driveway, and I think the video is called How Training Starts or something like that. And just like what you saw with the German Shorthair Pointer, every time Emmy went away, I brought her back. She went away, I brought her back. That's what dogs are used to doing. They take their owners and they're all over. No interest in the owner. Head goes down, nose goes to the ground, and they're all over, and the owner follows. You can't fix behavioral problems if you can't keep your dog still next to you, right? So when I do that, what's going to happen? One of two things. After a while, the dog will either sit down and look at me like, okay, you got me, or it will just lay down. When they do that, that's when I move forward. That's when the dog understands, okay, new sheriff in town, I guess I can't do what I normally do. You guys saw when I tried to get her to go on a play sport. If you didn't, go watch it. Wouldn't go on a play sport, wouldn't go near, like deathly scared, put on the brakes. Did I drag her on it? Did I nail an e-collar and pull her up and then release when she got on? That's what a lot of people do. Why would you pay someone $3,000 or $4,000 to do something you could do on your own when it's just force, right? I don't want to force her up there. I want her to do it on her own. I want her to think she's accomplishing things. So you saw what I did. I kept trying to do it slowly, gently, very gently. She's struggling. I went off to the side and did a couple of little things that she knows how to do easily. Let her get a win. Then we went back. The first step was she jumped over the play sport. Oh my gosh, that's a great thing. I acted like an idiot. Oh my God, look at you, you're a unicorn. And we celebrated like she just did something great. Well, guess what? She did. She did do something great. Yeah, she jumped over it. No big deal. At one point, she kicks it with her foot by accident. Kicks the front of it. You know what I did? I celebrated that. I rewarded that. She touched it. But then you saw it didn't take long where I get on the other side and I encourage her. You could do this, Mama. You could do this. And very slowly she comes forward. Why did she come forward? Because she trusted me. I already had established that with her. She trusted me. And the second she got up there, I just hugged on her. And she tucked her head in. The dogs will do that. When they really, really like, man, I appreciate you, but I feel better now. That head will get tucked, and it'll come into you, and that's where the affection comes. And it was never a problem. That dog left here, couldn't walk on a leash, scared to death of everything, and left here biting on a bite sleeve. Full on doing bite work with that dog. That's how she left here. All because of the little things. Had nothing to do with the big shit, right? It's all those little things that people ignore. So when I get a new dog here, I don't do any training per se. I can't believe I just did air quotes. Renzo, I just did air quotes. Don't ever let me do that again. I don't do any training per se, but I do. Again, training starts before the training starts. What's the first thing I teach every dog that comes here? A release command. Because most come here without a release command, right? Very important to me. Why? When someone brings their dog here, I don't take the dog, bring it inside, and put it in the pen. I have the owners do that. Sometimes they're nervous. My dogs are out there. Sometimes they have a hard time for a few minutes, but never for long. I want my first interaction with the dog, and I'll usually do it 10 minutes, 15 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, depends on the dog and the time. My first interaction is going to be taking the dog out, not putting the dog in, okay? We're not going to do any training as far as come, sit down, place, none of that stuff, but we are. I'm going to go to the door. I'm going to open the door, and when the dog goes to go out, no, I'm going to bring her back. I'm not going to talk.
Wait.
Video holiday ham, 100% sarap na proud kang ihanda. Come on and taste it.
Not going to talk. Then do it again, then I'm going to just use spatial pressure. I'm not even going to use the leash. I want to stop that dog before it goes out the door, doing what it normally does with just spatial pressure, nothing else. Not physically blocking the dog, not using the leash, not giving a command. I don't care if the dog sits down, stands, nothing. I want that dog to connect with me immediately and to figure out, I actually have to wait for this guy to move now. Very powerful, very powerful. And then I go out first and the dog follows. We get to the edge of the concrete and I stop and I wait. And when the dog's waiting calmly, I say free dog, and then I move and give